All right, welcome to Ace Your RES exam. Let's jump right in. You're gearing up for the RES exam, yeah.
That's the goal.
It can feel, well, overwhelming. A bit like trying to explain cooling measures simply. Almost impossible sometimes, but hey, that's why we're here.
Exactly. Think of this as your focused study session.
We're doing a deep dive into the core principles of real estate marketing, the stuff you absolutely have to know to, well, ace that exam.
No fluff. We've got the study notes right here, and our mission is just to pull out the essentials for you. Make it clear, make it stick.
Because wading through all the material can feel a bit much sometimes. So where do the notes say we should start? Seems like it's ethics.
Spot on. Page 2 kicks off with professional and ethical marketing. And honestly, it's the foundation.
Right. Trust and confidence. You can't build a career without them, can you?
Definitely not. Especially in real estate. People are making huge decisions.
Huge. Probably the biggest financial commitment of their lives for many. They need to trust you.
And the notes don't pull punches, do they? They mention the industry can be a nesting ground for temptations of fraud.
Strong wording, but it hammers home the point. You're in a position of trust.
A special position. So ethics aren't just nice to haves, they're critical. Honesty, no overpromising.
Never overselling. Treat everyone equally. No discrimination. All crucial.
Absolutely. And importantly for the exam, you need to know about compliance.
Ah, yes, the Code of Ethics and Professional Client Care. That's under the Estate Agents Regulations 2010, right?
That's the one. It's non-negotiable, and you need to understand that framework.
Okay, ethical foundation laid. What's next? Marketing itself.
Yep, let's define it. Page 3 uses Philip Kotler's definition. Marketing is a social and managerial process
By which individuals and groups obtain what they need and want through creating and exchanging products, services, and value with others. Okay, standard definition.
But how does it apply to us? Real estate marketing means taking that process market research, segmenting, targeting, positioning, the whole mix.
And applying it to properties. Connecting buyers and sellers, or landlords and tenants.
Exactly. It's a structured process.
Yeah.
And the very first step,
Got to be research, right?
marketing research. Now, the notes make a useful distinction here.
Oh, between market and marketing research.
Yeah. It sounds similar, but market research is often narrower, focusing on a specific target group, their needs, their habits.
Like zooming in.
Kind of. Whereas marketing research is broader. It covers everything: the market, the product, distribution, promotion effectiveness, the whole picture.
Okay, so marketing research is the big umbrella. Good distinction for the exam.
It underpins everything else. You can't market effectively without understanding the landscape.
Makes total sense. You need the intel first, which leads us neatly into segmentation.
Precisely. Page 4, market segmentation, dividing that broad market into smaller, sort of homogeneous subgroups.
Based on shared attitudes or characteristics, so it's not random grouping?
Not at all. It reflects how the market is naturally divided. People in the same segment tend to react similarly to marketing efforts.
And the benefit is you can tailor your approach.
Exactly. Tailor the marketing mix, the 4 Ps we'll get to for specific targets, leads to better customer satisfaction.
Smart. Like not trying to sell a GCB to someone looking for a studio apartment.
A bit extreme, but yeah. The notes list 5 criteria for useful segments. They need to be measurable,
Accessible. You have to be able to reach them.
different in response.
Yeah.
They should react uniquely.
Durable. The segment needs to last a while.
And substantial. Big enough to be worth targeting.
Okay, measurable, accessible, different, durable, substantial. Got it. Exam points right there.
Definitely. Think about buyers near top schools versus luxury condo buyers in, say, District 9 or 10. Very different segments.
Totally different needs, budgets, motivations. So how do we actually segment? The notes mention 4 main ways.
Correct. First up is geographic,
Location, location, location.
basically. Region, population density, even climate, though maybe less relevant here.
Yeah.
But definitely think about Singapore's 28 postal districts.
Ah, yes, each with its own vibe. District 9 Orchard, District 15 Katong East Coast. The notes have that table on page 5. Super useful reference.
Very useful. Knowing those districts is key local knowledge. Next is demographic.
Age, gender, income, family status, occupation, that kind of stuff.
Exactly. People's needs change drastically through their life stages, right? Young professional versus a growing family versus retirees.
Absolutely. Different priorities, different budgets. What's third? Psychographic.
Wow.
Sounds fancy.
It just means looking at values, attitudes, lifestyles. The why behind the buy.
Okay, so like, are they buying for status, convenience, investment potential?
Precisely. Or their lifestyle.
Yeah.
Are they young go-getters, established professionals, creatives? It helps you tailor the message.
Interesting. Goes deeper than just demographics. And the last one, behavioral.
Yeah, this looks at how people behave towards the product. Usage rate, price sensitivity, brand loyalty, the benefits they're actively seeking.
So like, a first-time buyer versus an experienced investor, they'll behave differently.
Totally. Different levels of knowledge, different priorities, different reactions to price.
Okay, so we've got geographic, demographic, psychographic, behavioral, 4 ways to slice the market. Now what? We just pick one.
Well, you analyze the segments you've identified. Page 7 talks about target marketing.
Choosing which segments to focus on.
Right. You figure out the value customers in each segment want, what benefits are key, what price are they willing to pitch, what about future value.
And you can't be everything to everyone, especially with limited resources.
Exactly. Many agents focus on geographic target areas, or GTAs. Become the expert in a specific neighborhood.
Makes sense. Build local knowledge. Network. Okay, so we've chosen our target. Now we need to stand out, right? Positioning.
You got it. Market positioning. Also page 7. It's about the perception you create.
How people see you or your listing in the market, being first in line in their minds.
That's the goal. Like the notes say, think about personal positioning being the responsible one, the tech expert friend. Same idea for your business.
And it's crucial that you define your position, not your competitors.
Absolutely. The key elements are image, that lasting impression,
Service, going the extra mile, adding value.
and competitiveness, what makes you unique, what's your edge.
It's really a competitive strategy. Find what you do best and own it.
Nailed it.
So ethical base, research, segmenting, targeting, positioning. Now, the tools, the marketing mix.
The famous 4 Ps, pages 8 and 9. Product, price, place, promotion. It's your tactical tools.
The things you can actually control and adjust. Let's break them down for real estate. Product.
Primarily is the properties you list. For sale, for rent. But it's more than just the listing.
You need deep knowledge, right? Type, tenure, location, amenities, the USP unique selling point.
Exactly. Know your product inside out, then price.
Always tricky in real estate. Sellers want high, buyers want low.
It's a balancing act. You need to ascertain the correct market price. Look at past transactions, valuations, competing listings.
And the agent's role is crucial in providing that pricing info and guidance.
Definitely. 3rd P, place.
This isn't just the property's address, is it? It's about channels.
Right. How do you reach the buyers? Online portals, show flats, your website, maybe even social media.
You need to figure out where your target buyers are looking.
Where they look, how to best get info to them, what competitors are doing, all part of place.
Okay, product, price, place, and finally, promotion.
Only after the other 3 are sorted. Promotion is how you communicate. Advertising, PR, sales promotions, direct mail, road shows.
Personal selling too, right? Your direct interaction.
Absolutely critical in real estate.
So those are the 4 Ps, the toolkit. But how do buyers actually use this info? We need to understand their process.
Yes, the buying decision process. Pages 10 to 12. It's a guideline. Remember, people can drop out at any stage.
Okay, step 1, problem recognition.
Realizing an unmet need. Need a home, need more space, need to relocate. Can be triggered internally or by external stuff like ads.
Like a growing family needs a bigger place. Or getting married.
Classic triggers. Your job is to help them see the need and how property fits.
Then information search.
Looking for solutions. Browsing portals, asking friends, visiting show flats. Property is high risk, so this search is usually quite extensive.
Visiting lots of places based on wishes, not just basic needs. I get that.
Then they evaluate alternatives.
Comparing the options. Setting criteria, location, size, price, condition, narrowing it down.
Your role. Understand their criteria and highlight the matching features.
Makes sense. Then the big one, decision making.
The critical point. Making the offer, signing the papers. You need to make this smooth.
Remove friction, build confidence. And after they buy.
Post-purchase behavior. Are they satisfied? Did it meet expectations?
Dissatisfaction can be messy in real estate. Cancellation isn't simple.
Exactly. The notes mention things like the option to purchase validity, deposit implications. The cooling off periods matter.
Good points. So that's the typical buyer journey. But what influences them along the way?
Factors affecting buying behavior. Pages 13 and 14. 4 main categories.
Let's quickly cover them. Cultural factors.
Broadest influence. Values, language, customs shared by a society. Shapes Everything.
Then social factors.
Family, friends, reference groups, social class, even opinion leaders. Who influences their decision?
Like bringing parents or experienced relatives to viewings, you need to identify the influencers.
Definitely. Third, individual factors.
Age, gender, family life cycle stage, personality, lifestyle, personal characteristics.
Right. And finally, psychological factors.
How people perceive things, their motivations, what they've learned, their beliefs and attitudes.
It's how they interact with the world and the information you give them. Understanding these helps you connect better.
Okay, that's a lot about understanding the client. But not everyone who contacts you is a serious prospect, right?
Unfortunately, no. Which is why qualifying prospective customers is so vital. Pages 14 and 15.
Avoid wasting time, yours and theirs.
Exactly. Qualifying is like a gatekeeping activity, assessing if they're genuinely potential clients.
And the key is asking the right questions.
Precisely. It's an interview process, really. The notes give great examples.
Questions on needs, why buy, sell, how long looking.
Urgency, gotta sell first. How soon move? Ready to decide now.
Financial ability, budget sorted, mortgage or HLE status, price range, monthly payments, crucial stuff.
Very. Then readiness or eligibility, HDD MOP met. Eligible to sell. Any special approvals needed? Other decision makers involved?
Preferences, location, size, style, special needs, viewing times, how best to contact them.
And past experience bought before? Worked with other agents? Are they exclusively working with you?
Wow, quite a list. But asking these up front saves so much hassle later.
Absolutely. It helps you gauge interest, timeline, financial capacity, and their specific requirements. Focus your energy effectively.
Well, that was quite the tour through real estate marketing.
It covers the core areas: ethics, the marketing process, from research to the 4 Ps, understanding buyer behavior, and qualifying leads.
And getting a solid grip on all this is, well, it's essential for the RES exam.
Fundamental.
Yeah.
Not just for the exam, but for actually building a successful ethical career afterwards.
So as you're hitting the books, keep these principles in mind. They're practical tools, not just theory.
If you can explain segmentation or the 4 Ps clearly now, you're definitely making progress.
We really hope this deep dive helps. From both of us, seriously, good luck with your upcoming RES exam.
You've got this. Put in the work, understand these concepts, and you'll do great.
Absolutely. And maybe a final thought to chew on. How will really mastering this stuff, beyond just passing the test, shape the kind of agent you become in Singapore? And reflecting on all those qualifying questions, what's the one key question you'll make sure you ask every single prospect from now on? Something to think about.